Very good morning to class 12 here. And class 12 we are in lesson number 9, forms of market. Forms of market, right? And we have already completed 3 markets, um, perfect, monopoly and monopolistic competition. So the markets we have completed till now is perfect competition, monopoly and monopolistic. Right? We have completed this competition, this type of market, and we have read about the features. And I told you that when we read the features, we need to learn and understand the implications also. When I say implications, what does it mean? Implications means that if something is happening, what is going to be the result? Like suppose in case of perfect competition, if the feature is large number of buyers and sellers, then what is going to happen? I mean, feature of perfect competition. One of the feature of perfect competition is large number of buyers and sellers. Then what it results to? That's the main thing. What it results to? What is the outcome of this feature? Then again another feature is free entry and exit, right? So what is going to be the implication or the result of free entry and exit of the firm from the market? So implication is very necessary. Whenever you are explaining the feature, you need to understand the implication also. Right, so today we are going to start with oligopoly market. Right, we are going to start with oligopoly market. So oligopoly market, what is oligopoly market? This we have done, and we are going to start with oligopoly market. Correct? So oligopoly market, we'll read the features, but if you just say what is the basic idea that what all about oligopoly market is, then oligopoly market is a market structure where there are a few big firms. Now in this type of market there are few big firms producing differentiated product and the competition is intense and the competition is very high. Now what exactly is happening here? Here in oligopoly market there are few big firms, right? Firms, number of firms is few, but these firms are very big, right? That means the scale of the firm is very big. Few big firms, and these firms are producing differentiated products, right? And there is very high competition. So if just you ask me to give an idea, this is going to be the idea that you can take an overall idea before starting that this is oligopoly market. Let's start with the feature. So the first feature. So if I before starting the features, if I read something from the book, they say that it is that form of market structure in which there are few firms selling a product, so that there is intense competition. Now, how few should be the seller? How few should be the seller to call it a situation of oligopoly is rather a difficult task. Now they are saying that how many number of sellers are going to be there. Deciding this or telling this is very hard, that what is going to be the number of sellers. That's why it has not been particularly defined that what is going to be the number of sellers out here. But generally we can say that when the number of sellers of a product is 2 or 10, it is a situation of monopoly market. But generally they are saying, when we say that the number of sellers is 2, 10, 15, then this is what oligopoly market. So in this market, the number of sellers is not too large. It's little bit, it's if you can call it few, right? Now, in most modern economies, oligopoly is the main market structure for the production of large number of goods like automobiles. So the example is going to be automobile, electronic products, and many of the consumer products like baby food, vegetable oil, soft drink, etc. Right? So these kind of market, you can think that the car is going to be the best example. Car companies, car companies is going to be the best example. That is, automobile company is going to be the best example of oligopoly market. You can just think of it that there are not much large number of companies they are that are manufacturing cars. You have very few number of companies manufacturing cars. You can have a baby food company. Again, baby food is not manufactured by much of the companies. Very little companies are there. Those industries are there. Those firms are there. Those who are manufacturing baby food. So here in this type of market there are few big sellers, right? So we'll start with the feature. When we learn the features, you just understand oligopoly more. So the first feature is going to be oligopoly market. The first feature is going to be intense competition. Intense competition, right? So the first feature is intense competition. Intense competition means very very high competition, as the number of firms producing such good are very less. Just talk about, just take an example of car or baby food. The firms which are producing car or baby food are very less. That's why there is intense competition. So let's go through. They say that when there are a few producers in an industry, it's very obvious that the competition is going to be intense, right? Keen competition among them bound to exist. So if the number of firms are less, obviously there is going to be high competition. Since there are only a few firms, each firm produce a large share in the market, right? Since there are very few firms, I told you earlier also, this number of firms are very less. जैसे ही number of firms बहुत कम है, तो हर एक firm का जो share होगा market में वो क्या होगा, बहुत ज़्यादा होगा, right? Now हर एक फर्म क्या चाहेगी कि वो अपना मार्केट का जो वॉल्यूम है, ये मार्केट का जो शेयर है उसे और ज़्यादा बढ़ाए, तो उसके लिए वो अलग अलग तरीके अपनाएंगे भी. Alright, so each firm with only a few rival firms knows that it has significant market power to influence the market price. Now each firm knows that they have a significant market power. Each firm has significant what? Significant market power. Okay, that's why they have significant market power, because the number of firms are very very less. That's why each firm has a large share. But it also knows that the other firm in the industry have such power too. The number of firms is so small that any action of the one firm is going to influence the decision or the action of other firm too. Now here, as I told you, that each firm has a large share, so whatever the decision, either price decision or output decision is going to be of one firm, that decision is going to influence the other firm to a great extent. जो भी एक firm decision लेगी किसी भी चीज़ को लेकर के, वो दूसरी firm को ज़रूर इफेक्ट करेगी, क्योंकि number of sellers बहुत कम है, इसलिए एक जो decision लेगा दूसरा भी उस decision से क्या होगा, प्रभावित होगा, right? It has to evolve both aggressive and defensive strategies. Now what happens here? Firms adopt aggressive and defensive policy. Now here what the firms do? Here the firms, they try to be aggressive. वो aggressive भी होते हैं अपनी चीज़ें पॉलिसीज़ को बनाते हुए, और डिफेंसिव भी होते हैं. एग्रेसिव भी काफ़ी आक्रामक होना, एंड डिफेंसिव मीन्स अपना बचाव करना. सो वो खेलते भी हैं और बचते भी हैं. इट्स लाइक दैट, राइट? एग्रेसिव एंड डिफेंसिव, यू मस्ट हैव these words, these terms in cricket many times, in cricket game many times. So here the producers or the firm need to be adopt policies, and in the policies they need to be very aggressive and defensive also, because they are highly influenced or they are highly affected by the decision of other firm. Okay, now further they say oligopoly is the highest form of inter-firm competition among a few competition. This is the contrast to the monopolist, which has no competition, and the monopolistic competition, and to the monopolistic competition. So what basically they are saying in this whole feature, or in this whole heading, under this subheading, is this, that the that due to the less numbers of firms, the competition is going to be intense, right? Each firm has a very big share in the market, and the decision of one firm regarding anything is going to affect the other firm to great extent. So that's why there is a high degree of competition, and the firms, each firm has to adopt policies of aggressiveness and defensiveness so that they can deal with the decisions of the other firm quickly, because the competition is very high, because the number of firms is very low, right? Now second point is independence. That is interdependence. What do you mean by term interdependence? Interdependence means that the firms are interdependent on each other. They are highly dependent on each other. मतलब एक firm दूसरी firm में निर्भर है. Now how this happens? So I told you when I'm teaching you this chapter or whatever, you need to keep your book. Okay, because book is going to help you to a great extent, right? So I'll read book and I'll explain things to you, right? Otherwise it will become difficult for you. I hope the first point has become clear to you. So interdependence. Now when we are saying about interdependence, first of all just understand when we're talking about interdependence, what dependence they are talking about. So decision making they are saying. Here we'll talk about decision making. That means that here the firms are going to, or the producers are going to depend upon the decision of one firm. Okay, that means the decision of one firm is highly going to affect the other firm, and the other firm is going to make its decision according to the decision of the other firm. That means here firms make their decisions accordingly. I mean, if one firm has taken a particular decision, the other firm is going to take decision in that regard only. मतलब एक firm का decision दूसरी firm के decision को affect करेगा, और एक firm का decision आते ही दूसरी firm भी क्या करेगी, उसी तरह का कोई decision लेगी. That's what we will read here. So if just before reading that, I must tell you that यहाँ पे किसके बारे में बात हो रही है, interdependence हो रही है, किसको लेकर के, decision making को लेकर के. So a very important feature of oligopoly market is interdependence of the firm in respect of decision making. So this is the key word out here. So decision making को लेकर के यहाँ पे क्या होगी, interdependence होगी. The number of firms in oligopoly is so few that each firm is worried about how the rival firms is going to act. Right? The number of firms is so less in this oligopoly market that each firm is worried that how the rival firm is going to act, what is going to be the price policy of the rival firm, what is going to be the output policy of rival firm. Whatever the price policy and output policy is adopted by one particular firm, the other firm immediately react to that price policy and output policy. That means if one firm is trying to reduce the price, in its policy or in its decision, the other firm is definitely going to react to it, and they will also reduce the prices. Same way, if one firm is trying to increase the output in their decision, the other firm will also increase something, or they will try to increase in some manner. Got it? So this is how it's going to happen. So let's do it. Now the reason for this, that when the number of competitors are small, any change in price, output and product, ठीक है, तो जो decision is going to be, the decision जो हम बनाएंगे, यहाँ पे firms बनाएंगी, वो किसको लेकर बनेगा, price, output and product. So whatever decision will be taken regarding these three, by a single firm, the other firm is definitely going to get influenced by it. So accordingly, the other firm is going to also take decision in the same way, in the same manner. So they say any action by the firm will cause the reaction by the rival firm. Any action by a firm will be taken up. What they say, election or call for a reaction. Will call for a reaction by other firm. कोई एक firm का जो भी action होगा, उसका तुरंत उसके विपरीत दूसरी फर्म का क्या हो जाएगा, रिएक्शन हो जाएगा किसी भी चीज़ को लेकर के। तो यहाँ पे इंटरडिपेंडेंस, व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटरडिपेंडेंस, इस बात को लेकर के है, ठीक है। दैट कैसे यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरडिपेंडेंस हो जाती है, एक की प्राइस पॉलिसी, एक की प्रोडक्ट पॉलिसी या एक की आउटपुट पॉलिसी दूसरे की आउटपुट पॉलिसी को बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट करती है। वाई? बिकॉज द नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स, अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, बिकॉज द नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स इज very less, so each seller has a very big share in the market, and the decision of one seller is definitely going to affect the decision of the other seller. Further they say that, for instance, Maruti Udyog offers for insurance of the cars to buyers of Maruti cars. The other car companies like Centro may also make the same offer. So they are saying, they have taken an example, very simple example they have taken. If Maruti is taking up giving insurance to their customers, then obviously the other car company, that is Centro or any other car company, is also going to do same thing. Now why they are doing same thing? They are doing same thing because so that they can increase their share, market share, और दे एटलीस्ट वांट टू मेंटेन देयर मार्केट शेयर। तो एक का जो डिसीजन होगा वो फटाफट दूसरा भी उसी को अपना लेता है, ठीक है। सो this is what happening. So this is how you can understand this with the example of Maruti and Centro, right? So this is what interdependence all about. The next is nature of the product. Now third is nature of product. Now when we talk about nature of product, what basically we mean here what type of product we are producing. So are we producing homogeneous product? No. Are we producing heterogeneous product? No. We are producing differentiated products. So here we will be talking about what? Differentiated product. So this is going to be the key word out here. Differentiated product. So when we talk about oligopoly market, the nature of product out here, right, is what that the firms producing differentiated product here. If you're talking about cars, automobile company, so you'll see that cars are produced, but the features in different cars are different. So though we are producing car only, though the producer are producing car, one good, but the features are one different. That's why they are differentiated products. So the firm under oligopoly market may produce either homogeneous product or differentiated product. So they are saying may. One more thing. Now differentiated product, obviously products are never homogeneous, but they have said they may produce homogeneous also, right? But mainly you will see that differentiated products are being produced. So they are saying that they may produce a differentiated homogeneous product or differentiated product. Accordingly, we may have oligopoly without product differentiation and oligopoly with product differentiation. So when we have differentiated product, it is called pure oligopoly, right? So it is called pure oligopoly. And in so they are saying accordingly oligopoly without product differentiation is pure oligopoly. So without differentiation, okay, this is without differentiation, sorry, without differentiation pure oligopoly, and this is going to be oligopoly with product differentiation, right? So but usually what happens, it is, though they have mentioned that the product could be differentiated or homogeneous, but usually you will never see that all the companies producing exactly same type of product. So still what they have told you is this: the product, as far as the nature of product is concerned, it could be of two types. Either it is differentiated and either it is same. When it is same, it is pure oligopoly, which is rarely possible, and when it is differentiated product, we call it oligopoly with differences, right? So oligopoly without product differentiation, it's called pure oligopoly, and oligopoly with differentiation. In automobile industry, Maruti, Centro, Indica, ये सब आपके examples है, आपके refrigerator examples हो सकते हैं, ठीक है. On the other hand, cooking gas and Indane and Persian are the examples of pure oligopoly. So what is going to be here? The case is here. The example is going to be cooking gas. Here the nature of product is what? Similar. You can say that cooking gas is giving you this cooking gas is the example of pure oligopoly, right? And what else? We can give some more examples of homogeneous or pure oligopoly. What could be the, मेरे ख्याल से insurance, no, insurance cannot be. Insurance is no, right? Cooking gas is the लगभग is the example of pure oligopoly, but there could be some differences. These companies, the cooking gas companies, may be providing some sort of, there may be some differences as far as possible. The differences could be like the ambience, the way you are selling your cooking gas, the services you are providing to the customers. So it could be different on that way, but as far as only the product is concerned, the product is going to be what? Same here, right? So again, nature of product, when we talk about nature of product, the nature of product says that the firms in a oligopoly market may be selling differentiated product or homogeneous product, and homogeneous product is known as pure oligopoly, and the product with differentiation, that oligopoly is known as oligopoly with differentiation, right? So these are the example also. So here we can take example of car, and here we can take example of cooking gas, right? So rest of the features we'll be doing in the next video. I believe this part is clear to you. Till then, take care of yourself. Let's see you in the next video.